The headlines started as a trickle, then became a flood. Newsrooms buzzed with urgency as updates poured in, each more alarming than the last. Unprecedented seismic swarm shakes Mount Rainier. The mountain, long considered a sleeping giant, was suddenly restless, sending tremors through nearby towns and rattling nerves. Mysterious gas plumes detected over California's Long Valley. Scientists scrambled to analyze the strange emissions, searching for clues to what might come next. West Coast on high alert as dormant volcanoes stir. Emergency alerts flashed across screens, warning residents to stay vigilant and prepare for the unexpected. For millions along the Pacific coastline, a sense of unease is growing. Conversations in coffee shops and living rooms are tinged with anxiety, as uncertainty hangs in the air. The ground beneath their feet, once solid, now feels fragile. Every small tremor is a reminder that the Earth is alive and unpredictable. This isn't the familiar dread of the big one. It's a new kind of fear, one that comes from not knowing which threat will strike first. This is something deeper: volcanoes awakening. The signs are subtle but unmistakable, hinting at forces building beneath the surface. The majestic peaks, Mount Hood, Mount Shasta, Mount Baker, are no longer just scenery. They have become symbols of both beauty and looming danger. Scientists are issuing warnings that have sent shockwaves through communities. Their words carry weight, urging people to take the risks seriously. The giants are stirring, and the atmosphere has shifted. Even the sky seems to reflect the tension, as clouds gather over the restless peaks. Conversations have turned from daily life to evacuation routes and emergency kits. Families are making plans, hoping they'll never need to use them. The question is no longer if, but when, and which volcano will erupt first. Time feels suspended, as everyone waits for the next sign. The West Coast now stands on the edge of a geological precipice, facing an uncertain future. The only certainty is that life here may never be the same again. For decades, the volcanoes of the Cascade Range and Aleutian Arc were considered low risk. These majestic peaks, often shrouded in mist and snow, were seen as sleeping giants, dormant, peaceful, and unlikely to erupt in our lifetimes. This belief shaped how millions lived, worked, and built their cities. Towns and suburbs flourished in the shadows of these volcanoes, with little thought given to the possibility of future eruptions. Generations grew up regarding these mountains as scenic backdrops, not as potential threats. But new research has shattered this illusion of safety. Recent scientific breakthroughs have forced a dramatic rethinking of volcanic risk across the region. Scientists have discovered that magma chambers beneath many volcanoes are far more active and larger than once thought. Advanced imaging and monitoring now reveal restless magma moving beneath the surface, sometimes undetected for years. The old models of long dormancy are being replaced by evidence of dynamic, volatile systems. Eruption histories are being rewritten, and the timelines between eruptions are shrinking as new data emerges. The entire West Coast volcanic system is entering a new phase of heightened unrest. Signs of activity are appearing more frequently, and scientists are on high alert for changes that could signal future eruptions. At Oregon's Three Sisters, satellite radar has revealed ground swelling, a sign of magma accumulating. This subtle but significant movement is a clear warning that the earth beneath is far from quiet. Similar patterns are emerging from California to Washington, painting a picture of a region under strain. Seismic networks are detecting tremors and shifts, hinting at the restless forces below. The serene mountain vistas now carry a hint of menace. What once seemed tranquil and eternal now feels unpredictable, as if the landscape itself is holding its breath. The age of innocence is over. These mountains demand our respect and vigilance. Communities must prepare for the unexpected, and awareness is now more important than ever. The West Coast must now reckon with the reality that its iconic peaks are active and potentially dangerous. The future depends on our willingness to adapt, stay informed, and respect the power of these ancient giants. The evidence isn't just in scientific data. The volcanoes themselves are sending warnings. Across the West Coast, swarms of small, shallow tremors are on the rise. At Mount St. Helens, microquakes have tripled, signaling magma movement. Gas sensors on volcanoes like Mount Hood and Rainier detect rising sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide, clear signs of fresh magma. Hikers and rangers report the acrid smell of sulfur in new places. Wildlife is behaving strangely. with animals migrating out of certain areas. Springs and wells near volcanoes are heating up and showing chemical changes. These are classic precursors, nature's warning signs. When viewed together, these signals form an undeniable pattern. A vast volcanic system is waking up. The whispers from the deep are now a clear message. Pressure is building. The time for listening is over. Action is needed now. In labs and monitoring stations, urgency is mounting. Scientists at the USGS and Alaska Volcano Observatory are racing to understand the changes and provide timely warnings. Advanced tools, GPS, infrasound arrays, drone-mounted gas sensors are being deployed to monitor restless volcanoes. Real-time data is fed into supercomputers to forecast eruption scenarios. The goal: predict eruptions and give communities time to prepare. The stakes are high. A major eruption could send deadly mudflows into populated areas. Emergency management teams work closely with scientists, translating data into actionable plans. Regular briefings and updated models inform first responders and local officials. This integrated approach is revolutionizing disaster preparedness. The race against time is a collective effort: science, government, and communities working together. Every decision could mean the difference between catastrophe and survival. Scientific warnings have sparked action across West Coast communities. Emergency drills are now routine, with schools practicing evacuation routes to high ground. Towns like Ording, Washington, have installed sirens and updated emergency plans. Governments are digitizing response strategies and identifying evacuation routes and shelters. Public awareness campaigns educate residents about volcanic risks and preparedness. Engineers are assessing and reinforcing infrastructure against ash and mudflows. Plans are in place to protect power grids and water supplies from volcanic hazards. Neighbors are forming response teams and checking on the vulnerable. Families are creating their own emergency plans. This grassroots movement is building resilience from the ground up. In the face of danger, communities are finding unity and shared purpose. To prepare for the future, we look to Alaska's volcanic past. The Aleutian Arc is one of the world's most active volcanic regions. Alaskans have learned to coexist with constant volcanic threat, offering a blueprint for the West Coast. The 1989-90 Redoubt eruption tested scientists' warnings when a KLM jet flew into an ash cloud. Miraculously, all survived. This near tragedy led to the Global Aviation Alert System, improving safety for millions. Eruptions like Mount Spur and Augustine taught the importance of community preparedness, protecting water, using masks, and monitoring hazards. Integrated monitoring and clear communication have turned potential disasters into manageable events. Alaska's history shows that science and preparation save lives. These lessons are now guiding West Coast communities. The past is not just history, it's a roadmap for resilience. With vigilance and adaptation, we can coexist with these fiery mountains. The heightened volcanic threat is daunting, but there is hope. Even in the face of uncertainty, communities are discovering new ways to adapt and thrive. Unlike the past, we have science, technology, and communication on our side. These powerful tools connect us, inform us, and help us respond faster than ever before. Real-time GPS, satellite radar, and seismic arrays give us unprecedented insight into volcanic systems. We can now detect subtle changes deep within the Earth, often before any visible signs appear. This knowledge empowers us to warn, prepare, and evacuate when needed. Early alerts and coordinated drills save lives and reduce chaos during emergencies. Scientists are increasingly able to provide crucial lead time before eruptions. Their expertise, combined with advanced monitoring, means communities can act quickly and decisively. But technology alone isn't enough. Community is key. It's the people, working together, who turn information into action. Drills, meetings, and preparedness groups are forging unity and shared responsibility. These efforts build trust and ensure everyone knows their role when it matters most. Informed, empowered people turn fear into action. By practicing plans and supporting each other, we transform anxiety into readiness. Our greatest defense is collective effort and resilience. Together, we can recover, rebuild, and grow stronger after any challenge. The road ahead requires vigilance, investment, and public education. Ongoing learning and preparation are essential for long-term safety. The volcanoes are here to stay, but we can change how we live with them. By respecting their power and preparing wisely, we can coexist safely. By embracing science and community, we can face the future with confidence. Our shared commitment makes all the difference. The West Coast's pioneering spirit will ensure its communities remain safe and vibrant for generations. Together, we can build a future where safety, unity, and hope endure.